Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to do my review and a recipe in a vlog format. I'm actually going to show you how to make the recipe, which is going to be coconut cookies that are gluten-free. Alright, so let's get to the review. So I have this series, the Shatter Me and Unravel Me books, and sadly my covers don't match. But the reason why I didn't rebuy the first book is because the author signed it. This book is one of my favorites. It is so well written, so poetically beautiful. I recommend it to anyone, pretty much, that will listen. But you probably either already read it or you've heard a review of it. So I'm going to move on to Unravel Me. Now this one I loved even more than I loved Shatter Me, which is saying something because Shatter Me is like amazing. There's more character development. The Juliet she doesn't really change till towards the end, but finally we see what we want from her. Like I personally wanted her to just go out there and kick ass. And finally that starts to happen a little bit. As far as the love triangle, I'm so confused now because I was Team Adam all the way, and now I'm like kind of liking Warner. Like I don't want to admit it, but like I do. So I don't know, like what team are you on? I want to know because I can't decide, and yeah, it's very troubling not knowing who to root for. And I know one of my friends said that she hoped Adam dies so that Juliet can be with Warner and not feel bad about it, and part of me feels that way, but part of me is kind of like, nah, she should be with Adam because he doesn't kill people. I also read the novella Destroy Me, and I like that one too. It's not necessary, like nothing happens in the novella that would be bad if you didn't read it before you read Unravel Me. But it's interesting because you get to go into Warner's mind and kind of see like where he came from. Like his dad's really like not that great of a guy, and like does all this stuff to him when he's a kid and stuff, so that kind of explains why he's the way he is. So I think it's worth it. It's like $2, like just nothing. Just go buy it and read it, and then definitely read Unravel Me. If you haven't read this, I suggest you pick it up. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try to take you in my kitchen and make the recipe for you. I'm going to be making coconut cookies. I'm really excited because I finally found cookies that I can eat. If you've been on my blog recently, you know that I have Crohn's disease. I just found out like a few months ago. So I've been trying to do a gluten-free diet because that's good for that. And there's not a lot that you can eat. Like I'm trying not to eat like the processed gluten-free foods like cereals and stuff because that's all like rice products and like grains are still not good for you. So yeah, pretty much all I eat now is like meat and vegetables and cheese. So let's go. Preheat the oven to about 350 degrees. Okay, so let's start with the first ingredient is coconut oil. This is organic. Most of my ingredients are organic today. So you're going to start with 2/3 cup. If I can get this open. So that just took me about like 10 minutes to open this freaking jar. I don't even want to talk about it. Next, you're going to mix in some honey. And I read somewhere that the honey is actually what makes it moist, so the more honey you put in, the moister the cookie will be. And it actually is true. I made these once before and they were kind of like hard when they came out of the oven, but then the longer they sat, I guess the honey kind of like dispersed or whatever, so they got really soft. Next we're going to do eggs. I use organic eggs. We're going to do 4 of these. Next we're going to use a teaspoon of vanilla. Actually 2 teaspoons, sorry, I'm doubling the recipe so I forgot. Whoops. So 1 and 2. I love the way vanilla smells. It smells so good. Alright, and then the last thing is sea salt. You're just going to do a little sprinkle. That's it. Next, you're going to beat this all together. You don't have to use one of these things, but I am lazy and yeah, so. Alright, so now you're going to add in the coconut flour. I use this kind, it's called Coconut Secret. This stuff, I've tried to replace it with other recipes, and it kind of has like a more sweet flavor, so you can't really use it for things like, what did I try to do it in? Oh, I tried to do it in mac and cheese. That was nasty. Ugh, do not, no. So use it for things like pancakes and like baking products. I'm an idiot, basically. So what happened was I put in 2 cups of coconut flour. I was only supposed to put in 1 cup. So now I am putting more of the other stuff in so that it's even. So if you go to make this, only put in 1 cup of coconut flour. Yeah, my bad. Next I'm going to take my pig spoon and I'm going to mix in the chocolate chips. I don't know how much to put in, it doesn't, because it wasn't in the recipe, I'm just making that up, so I'm just going to throw them in. Bam! Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take half of this out and make cookies, and then the other half I'm going to put cocoa powder in it and make them chocolates. Alright, so I just threw it in there for about 15 minutes, and we're going to let that bake, and I'm going to put the cocoa powder in this now, and we'll see how that comes out. I don't know, never made it before. I've got Hershey's cocoa powder here. I don't know how much to put of this in here either because it wasn't part of the original recipe, so we're just going to eyeball it and see what happens. So I put about 1/4 of a cup of cocoa powder into the mix, and looks like that now. Does not look delicious. And I also put a little bit of coconut milk because it got a little dry, so you can always use that. Probably put about like 1/4 of a cup of coconut milk as well. So now I'm going to make these into balls too. Alright, now I'm going to take you over. We're going to check on our cookies, see how they're doing. Over this way. Look how beautiful those look. So we still got 4 minutes on the clock before the first batch is ready, so I'm going to read some of my book of the month, The Fifth Wave. So there we have it. There's the chocolate ones and the regular ones, and they taste really great, and I hope that you try them. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll probably do more of these in the future. If you have any recipes, preferably gluten-free, that would be great. Send them over to me and I will make them. And hopefully in the future I don't mess up the recipe because it's kind of embarrassing, but whatever, we made it work. And then if you also want to find more videos of me, I'm over on the Book BFF YouTube channel, and I'll be doing 2 videos for that every month and a Google Hangout. So look over there for me, and thanks for watching.